People of Earth, you know what time it is. It's time for the Vaughn Johseph show or something like that. Who news you probably won't remember next week. As you may or may not know, I drink my coffee, get my vocal cords warmed up for the day. Hopefully I've got some voiceover work on the table. And I read you what I think is maybe interesting news. It is Friday. And that's always a great thing for, well, most of us out there. Some of you poor people that are in retail and hospitality, it means very little. And some of you are unemployed. It's a funny thing about the weekends when you don't have a job. They don't mean quite so much, except you get to hang out with your working friends. Where's that from? Anyway, let's get on with it. What can we find for you to talk about today or listen to me talk about today? Well, on this day in history, February 11th, let's start with the bad news, it looks like. American rhythm and blues singer Whitney Houston died at the age of 48. You may or may not recall. And that was 2012, 10 years ago. Wow. Back in 1990, after serving 27 years in prison, Nelson Mandela was released. Subsequently began negotiations with President F.W. de Klerk that ended apartheid in South Africa. That's a huge deal. I remember going to Tiger Stadium in Detroit, the old one at Michigan and Trumbull, with my mom because he was going to be there and he was giving a speech. That was pretty cool. British politician Margaret Thatcher was elected leader of the Conservative Party, replacing Edward Heath. She became Europe's first woman prime minister in 1979. Jennifer Aniston was born, as was Sarah Palin. We all know Sarah Palin. She's in some trouble right now, maybe. Today is National Don't Cry Over Spilt Milk Day. That should be every day. Why is that only today? Don't Cry Over Spilt Milk Day. It is also National Inventors Day. Yawn. I mean, we need the inventors, but it's not an exciting day, is it? National Make a Friend Day. That's a very important day. That should be once a month, it feels like to me, or at least every quarter. Make a Friend Day. National Peppermint Patty Day. Now, I wonder, is that peppermint patty from the Peanuts, Charlie Brown, or is that like the food? National Shut-In Visitation Day. So if you know somebody that's a shut-in, go visit them today. Have a cup of coffee with them, yo. And it's also, apparently, National White Shirt Day. I didn't even know that there was a white shirt day. That's crazy stuff. Anyway, let's get on with some news. So let's see what we can find in the feeds for you today. Why isn't this not looping? What is happening here? Anyway, oh, that's why. So Kanye West, we're starting right from the 30 mile zone or 3 mile zone or whatever the hell that TMZ stands for. Kanye says no Coachella for me unless Billie Eilish apologizes to Travis Scott. So this was trending in our group chat for the Beatdown podcast. Why is that so loud? This was trending in the podcast group chat last night. I didn't get a chance to read what the guys were saying in totality. But let's just give you the topic. So anyway, Kanye West is pressuring Billie Eilish and holding Coachella fans hostage, according to TMZ. In the process, threatening to pull out of the festival if she doesn't say she's sorry for an apparent jab at Travis Scott. So let me see if I can find out the exact stuff. Basically, my understanding is she had a concert. Someone's having maybe an asthma attack or something like that, and she gave them an inhaler. And she said something to the effect of, I stopped the show or something like that when my fans are in trouble. I don't see the quotes. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Sorry. She stopped her concert in Atlanta to make sure a fan near the front row was okay as they were having trouble breathing. Then came the shot at Travis, in quote, "I wait for people to be okay before I keep going." All right. So Kanye West came back in classic Kanye West fashion. And Kanye put out, it's probably a tweet or maybe an Instagram. I don't know, tweet. Looks like a tweet. It says, "Come on, Billy, we love you. Please apologize to Trav and to the families of the people who lost their lives. No one intended this to happen. Trav didn't have any idea of what was happening when he was on stage and was very hurt by what happened. And yes, Trav will be with me at Coachella, but now I need Billy to apologize before I perform." Ooh. All right. I'm not mad at him for that. And that seems reasonable. That's reasonable. So we'll see what happens, because I think they were saying in the group chat that she was replacing Travis Scott. I did a commercial with her. I didn't even know who she was. I saw the commercial and people were like saying, "Oh, this commercial got so many views because of Billie Eilish." I was like, "Oh, that's who that was sitting over there?" I don't know who she is. This is why I'm so unpopular, because I don't know who popular people are. I said hi, and that's, Anyway, so we'll see how that unfolds. And it looks like, in related news, John Mayer stops live show to help unconscious fans. All right, to be fair, John Mayer's shows aren't quite the ruckus affair that a Travis Scott show is going to be. Let's just call it what it is. Billie Eilish either. Anyway. It's hard to compare. It's like going to a punk show and then going to see a orchestra. You're going to your symphony orchestra, the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, and you're at the Negative Approach concert down at St. Andrews Hall the next night. Different energies completely. What else have we got for you today? What else might you be interested in? Should we keep scrolling the TMZ feed? Let's go for one more Tim's. Cardi B and Offset tattoo each other. Wedding date in ink. Ooh, don't care. That's all you need to know about that one. Dave Portnoy says Tom Brady should retire as a Patriot. He has no love for Tampa Bay. Tom Brady needs to come back home and retire as a member of the New England Patriots. So says Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy. Who tells TMZ Sports the legendary quarterback has no love for Tampa Bay. Commentary. I need a commentary drop button. I agree with that. I don't know if he doesn't have any love for Tampa Bay. He also didn't include New England in his retirement message. I've mentioned this before. I don't think Tom Brady should have retired without letting us know that he was going to retire. I just think it's only fair. We've given you so much as far as, well, we don't have to give you anything. He earned the title of, well, greatest so far. I'm telling you, I don't think he was playing against superstar teams, man. There were some really good players on a bunch of teams, but was he playing against dope teams? Was he playing against the same teams that, like, Joe Montana was playing against? And Eli Manning, I mean, no, he wasn't. There is no Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders or Herman Moore or Jerry Rice. And, that's not happening. All those guys are new. All those guys that you have that are at that caliber or will be are new. The Kyler Murrays, the Patrick Mahomes. These guys are all new. So anyway, that's all I'm saying. I mean, my point is you're going to retire. Come back and play one game as a New England Patriot and retire as a Patriot. I don't know if they can do. Oh, wait. Portnoy tells us, I think he's going to sign probably a one-day contract with the Pats and retire as a Patriot. That's where his heart is. I literally was just saying that he should do that. I didn't even know if it was an option. I just saw one-day contract on the screen, and there it was. Maybe my subconscious saw that. I don't know. Who knows? This is how jokes get stolen and people say, I had the same thought. Anyway. Go Tom Brady. He needs to retire. So just like I said, just like when Ben Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh, retired. You know, everybody can come out. We can come out and see. It's like when Jordan came to Detroit for the last time, you know, he was probably going to play in Detroit against the Pistons. We came out. Like, there's Jordan. You're not going to get to see Jordan. Who cares about the Wizards? Nobody wants to see Jordan. And that's like when Jerry Rice went to, like, Oakland or something. It's like, who cares? I don't care. Anyway, moving on. Good for him. Don't care about that. We talked about that. We don't want to ever talk about that guy because Kendall Jenner. No more handicap parking for me. I'll use the red curb now. I don't care about Kendall Jenner, bro. I don't care. Sounds like my phone's kicking some interference into the system. It's definitely nobody contacted me because nobody sent me any love today. That's all I can do. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that. Anyway, let's keep it pushing. 6 messages on Telegram. What the hell's going on Telegram? Oh, Telegram, stop messaging me. Anyway, Eminem won't. Oh, Dr. Dre. Wait, what? Dr. Dre says Eminem won't whip his penis out during Super Bowl halftime show. Why would we even expect that? Everyone can breathe a sigh of relief now, knowing the Super Bowl halftime show will be penis free, because Dr. Dre says he's convinced Eminem and Snoop Dogg to not whip out their junk during the performance. What were they supposed to? The legendary rapper made the revelation while speaking at a press conference on Thursday, which was yesterday, and it's safe to say you can cross dong exposure off your list of prop bets for the show. Dre says there will be a few surprises, but no sort of wardrobe malfunctions will be happening on his watch. This is poor editing again. Sorry, guys. I'm reading it, and it's not done right. I had to talk to Snoop and Eminem. It's just me misreading it. More coffee, please. Sorry. This next sentence is wild that he even had to do this, but I had to talk Snoop and Eminem out of pulling their penises out, Dre said. It's just actually Eminem. Snoop, who will be performing alongside Dre, Kendricks, and Mary J., says he might still show a little something, but calm down. He's only talking about taking his shirt off. Well, that's almost worse. I don't want to see 50-year-old Snoop Dogg with no shirt on. He was skinny 30 years ago. Of course, Super Bowl halftime shows have had their history of racy moments, from Janet Jackson's wardrobe mishap in 2004. That had far-reaching implications, man. TV has changed as a result of that. And anyway, to J-Lo and Shakira's dancing routine that ramped up 1,300 FCC complaints in just last year. Was it 2020? Shout out to Dre for clearing the air and letting everyone know it'll be a family-friendly affair. So that's interesting enough. I don't want to talk about Putin and Macron. As long as Mary J. Blige doesn't dance, we'll all be safe. Halfway done with my coffee. You're almost out of here, you guys. James Harden traded to the Sixers for Ben Simmons in blockbuster deal. Torrey Holt says Matt Stafford's a heck of a QB, but not Hall of Famer yet. No, of course not. I mean, he's only got records and whatnot. I saw Eve had a baby. I don't see that in my feed anymore. Maybe it's in this feed over here. There it is. Rapper Eve, 43, welcomes first child and announces son's unusual name. So rapper Eve has given birth to her first child with husband Maximilian Cooper and shared their baby's unusual name. I believe she lives over here in England with me. I have yet to see Eve. I don't hang out in cool places that she's got access to, apparently. But the 43-year-old took to her Instagram feed to share the news with her 2.5 million followers with a snap of her newborn wrapped up in a turquoise blanket. In the caption, she wrote, "Our beautiful boy was born February 1st, 2022, with a blue heart emoji." She continued by sharing his name before explaining her joy over his arrival. She said, "Wild Wolf Fife Alexander Somers Cooper Words can't describe this feeling, followed by 3 stars emojis. Now, I don't know where Wild Wolf comes from. Fife, I think we know where that comes from. So shouts to, I think, Fife Dog. Rest in power to Fife, co-founder to one of the greatest hip-hop bands ever, A Tribe Called Quest. One of my favorites, top 3, easy. Up there with Diggable Planets and probably Wu-Tang Clan. Maybe De La. Anyway, good for her and good for them. I've been trying to talk to Eve on the podcast for a minute. I never got a response, so I'm not going to talk anymore about her story until you get back to me. Anyway, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively leaving Hugh Jackman's The Music Man. I don't care about that. Best nose hair trimmer. That could be come in handy because when you get to be an old guy like me, that stuff just grows like weeds, man. It's crazy. But can it do my ear hair as well? Alrighty, we're not going to continue on with that one. We talked about Nelly yesterday. Let's see what's in the weird news segment because we're rushing through this coffee today. So, man left unimpressed as Tesco Sandwich misses out on a vital ingredient. How is this in a news feed? I have to wonder because there's important stuff coming out of my mouth. And this guy not having smoked ham or cheddar or beechwood, whatever, in his sandwich has made the front page of the Mirror Weird News website. I can hear Google talking. I have to say I'm really a bit unsettled by these home hubs because I'm in here reading news and that Google thing in the next room is talking because it's listening, and I have to get rid of it. Anybody want to? I'll give you a great deal on a home hub. You can put your music to it. You can schedule appointments, set an alarm. I'll give you a great deal. Just pay shipping. You can have it. New bombshell pic shows Boris Johnson an open bottle of bubbly at number 10 quiz night. I don't care. He's going to get away with it. Nothing ever happens to politicians. They are a level below these tech companies because nothing happens to Facebook and Google for doing wild stuff. The bankers, they run the governments. They make more money than the government. They make the government money. Come on. Nothing happens. It's just to keep you outraged and so they can see what you're pissed off about or what you'll accept. And I'm not talking about it. Boy 8 sends adorably cheeky letter to Tooth Fairy after swallowing his tooth. This is not working for me today, guys. So we're going to try and find one more good story of real news and get you on with your weekend. I'm 79, but haven't been able to afford to have my heating on for 11 months. Cost of living going through the roof. Almost a year she hasn't been able to keep her heat on. She's got hot water bottles and blankets and hats on. She's 79. Can you imagine your mom or your grandmom at almost 80 years old not being able to afford heat? I don't want to talk about that. That's not a good way to end the show. Sad. What else have we got? Here's a whole bunch of stuff. Mom who faked daughter's illness to claim 70,000 pounds jailed after her death. Wow. All the Metropolitan Police scandals under Cressida Dick's watch, from Partygate to Sarah Everard murder. Wow. Britain's brace for bone-chilling minus 10 degrees Celsius freeze before snow heads to UK next week. Now that is news for people out here, and you might want to know about it. So apparently we're due for some cold weather. We've been told to brace for temperatures that could dip below minus 10 as an Arctic breeze hits before a week of snow. So for both of you listeners out there in the United States that don't know what minus 10 degrees Celsius is, let me pull this up for you just so I can help you with that. I don't know how to make it do minus. There we go. Minus 10 degrees Celsius is 14 degrees Fahrenheit. That's nothing. I'm from Michigan, man. That's cake. Just put on an extra t-shirt or something. Anyway, basically, all that says to me is that it's going to be another month longer before I get to put the top down on my convertible, which I don't even have yet because whatever. That's a whole nother podcast. My 25 Cars podcast, which will launch as soon as I get my flipping car back. So on with some more news. Come on, you guys. Give me something. Give me $1. Jurassic World Dominion trailer sees dinosaurs take over the world. An epic conclusion. I like that. Give it back to them. They deserve it infinitely more than we do. I'm so bored here. Kate Moss sells London home for $11.5 million and moves to the countryside. All right, what countryside? Is she out here? Because I'm trying to holler. She sold her house. She bought it she made a $4 million profit. It's a home next to George Michael's former residence. She's thrilled to sell her London home so quickly. Where did she move to? Oh, she's dating somebody, so she ain't trying to holler at me. Anyway, Highgate home for sale last November. Where did she move to? Is she out here? Anyway, too much reading for not enough important information. Keeping it pushing. I don't really have a lot that's going on in the news. Queen facing days of COVID tests after meeting Charles just before positive result, fueling fears for her health. She's like 97 years old, isn't she? What are you talking about? 95. Buckingham Palace tonight refused to confirm whether the 95-year-old monarch had tested positive or negative. She's 95. If she's... I can't talk about that in this country. People be knocking at my door. I've got nothing, you guys. I've got nothing. I've decided that I have to go back to doing Instagram. I know that I keep saying that. I'm not happy about it, but it has to be done. Brit soldier, a wanted woman after Magaluf glass attack, left friend in intensive care. This world is crazy. Wow. Hundreds mourn legend with dozen Rolls Royces, red carpet, and colorful coffin. That's fire. Jennifer Coolidge reveals her use of cocaine in the 80s led to hospital trips and rehab. Why do we need to know that? Anyway, I've got nothing for you guys. I'm so sorry. I thought I could come at you with something dope to finish off the show, to send you on your way for the weekend. But apparently I've got jack. So tune in to the Super Bowl if you want to see if Dr. Dre was able to keep Eminem and Snoop Dogg under control and keep their tallywhackers in their pants. Is that a bad word? I don't even know. Will Mary J. Blige dance? We will see in 2 days. 2 days. It's Friday. You ain't got no job and you ain't got shit to do. So go out there and enjoy your weekend. Watch the Super Bowl. If you're out here in Greenwich Mean Time land like myself, try to stay up late and watch it till 3 o'clock in the morning. Hope you don't have anything to do on Monday. I'm out of coffee, and that means I am out of here. I'll see you guys Monday, or I'll be talking to you on Monday, and that's when I'll be back. Who News? Vaughn Johseph does the Who News. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, follow, thumbs up, do something to show me that somebody's out there giving a damn about this news. Otherwise, I will do real news, and I'll wear a suit, and I'll talk like this. And in other news, we'll be reviewing the latest nose hair trimmer that's sweeping America. You don't want me to do that. I promise you, you don't. And that's what you're going to get. It might be funny. I actually should do that. Maybe that'll boost views. Who knows? Anyway, have a great weekend. As I said, go out there and grab some life today, you guys, because it's yours for the taking. Peace.
these ones or these ones?
Saw an episode of Intervention. And I know I'm fine.
Illinois, Mr. Robert Bobby McNeely. He is going to join us tonight.
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. My name is Elaine Zhang, and today I am here with Eli Steele, documentary filmmaker.
I need more. Welcome to The Only Way is Linda. Today I have a really special guest here.